Post and the real post and hopefully bring in something that's authentic.
Hey man, no judgment.
ChatGPT has been one of the best resources that I've ever used.
You gotta use DeepSeek.
DeepSeek.io.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever used DeepSeek. More of a
Uh,
ChatGPT guy.
I I think DeepSeek will be better because the Chinese can do it better.
Yeah, that's why they've spent years stealing a lot of stuff from different countries and recreated it.
Well, see, ChatGPT costs like how much?
I don't pay for it.
No, like to make.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Probably was cheaper because ChatGPT was one of the first chat AIs that was available to the public. They had a lot of development costs, how to develop it, the coding, the time it spent to set it up, and then all these other companies come around, have to spend less time.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just very. I found a new music group I'm listening to.
Who's that?
Ice Speak.
Ice Speak?
Yep.
That's a new music group? Who the
Well, it's
hell
new to
is
me.
who the hell is Ice Speak? I feel like for some reason that sounds familiar. I think you showed them to me. Oh, Ice Peak, Russian electronic music duo. Is that what it
Yep.
is?
Yep. I've been listening to them.
You're listening to Russian electronic music?
Yep.
Is it like EDM?
Hold on.
I'd play it, but I don't want to get copyright on the video. Either way, I would though.
Are we recording right now?
Yeah, of course. I've been recording for a month.
Oh,
So everything you and I have talked about has been, yeah, focused. Looks good.
Kiss of Death. Ice Peak. I don't know.
Pretty good. I'll have to give him a listen.
I've been jamming to them. I don't know.
Ever since
Pretty good
Ye,
stuff.
ever since Ye crashed out even more than you ever thought he could. Nope.
Honestly, yeah.
You protesting him?
I haven't listened to them.
It's kind of crazy because for me, it's like, ever since Drake got shot down by Kung Fu Kenny, it's like now I can't listen to Drake. I just can't do it.
Oh, I'll listen to like pre-Bully albums, but after Bully, I can't do it.
Yeah. Oh well.
Kind of sucks
Yeah, it does
because
when
he was my man.
he was your man. You voted for him.
I did 2020.
Kanye supporter. And then you saw what happened. The true lights started shining through the dark room onto your bald, shiny head and reflected true idea. Oh my god.
Was
What
he?
is that?
I'm on the Yay Reddit.
Oh no. I can pull up his ex. I was getting on his ex. It's so crazy. Man, his lyrics in World War III are wild.
Yeah,
She
there's
wanna hop in a
something.
Rari? They
They want to call me a.
wanna call me a Nazi, but I'm a.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, on that note,
yeah.
hello everybody. Thank you so much for tuning back in to another episode of the Discord chat series of Not a Problem of Ours podcast, where we record over Discord because we aren't friends much anymore and we don't want to be in each other's house.
Oh, it's because I'm sick. I was giving you shit for COVID, but maybe I have COVID.
Yes, Batman.
Yes, Batman.
Yes, Batman. Yeah, dude, you're pretty sick. You sound hoarse.
Wah 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 wah.
Oh, God. What's that instrument that they use? What's it called that sounds like that? Makes that noise?
The didgeridoo
Oh,
didgeridoo.
the didgeridoo? Yeah, that's what you sound like. Do it again.
Wah wah wah.
Bro, that's nice. Sounds authentic.
Oh, fun fact. I'm a didgeridoo.
You are a you are a didgeridoo now. Which what hole do I blow through?
That's for you to find out.
Nice. So what's our topic today, Mr. Didgeridoo?
Well, since we're talking about Kanye, one of his best songs, "Real Friends."
Real friends.
How many of us? How
How
many
many
of
of
us?
us? So our topic today is real friends
Or crappy friends. I mean,
or crappy friends. What do
I like
you
crap.
do you got a mixture
I
of stories or what do you got?
I just got crappy friends.
Crappy friends. You know what? I'll look up some great friends.
Hey man, I'm let's say I'm an okay friend. I'm a flake.
I feel
I'll
that
admit
way.
it.
I feel that way.
It is what it is. But what I wouldn't do, especially since we're gonna be up in Turkey coming soon,
Oh yeah, and there's a
is
travel advisory now.
there is.
Yeah, they just upped it to a level 2.
Oh God, bro! I was going to Baghdad, and guess what the advisory was?
Wasn't it a do not travel advisory?
A four, buddy. That's the top one. They said if you go, GG, we ain't helping you out.
Yeah, I don't have the same I guess non self-preservation. Kind of
I
scared
got
me
that.
because
I
like
got that gumption.
cuz it was sent to me and then I looked at it and it was like don't go near the Syrian border because there's terrorist attacks that are targeting tourist locations. You roll your eyes at that, man. That's scary. That sounds
Okay,
terrifying.
no, bro. I went to Alexandria. Like, if I would have gone like another hour east, I would have been, where they're bombing the fucking Israel.
I mean, I suppose I don't remember how close we're getting to the Syrian border, but it said to avoid tourist spots.
Ah, we'll be fine.
I'm sure we'll be all right. I can speak a little bit of Spanish, and we can say "Soy de España."
We'll say we're from Spain.
Yeah, I'm from Spain with
That's what
my
we're. That's what our guy. That's what our guys were telling everyone.
with
So we had
my
all the cop.
all the cops are on your side.
Fuck no, they were like, "Hola," like,
Oh, you're like,
"Hello."
hi.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, I looked it up. It's fine.
No, it's not. Level 2. They're targeting U.S. citizens.
Ah, whatever.
I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm Soy de España. Soy de España.
We'll be
We'll be all
fine.
right. Anyways, that's off topic. If you're a
But
real
so,
friend, you'd agree with me that it's kind of scary.
I guess Greece is level one. Um. Oh, Egypt. Hold on, before
What
we're on
level
this
is
topic,
Egypt? That's
I
fine.
think Egypt's a three.
Damn,
Egypt
really?
is a Egypt is a three.
Why is it a 3?
Um.
Um,
Oh, because they
Batman.
a lot of terrorism.
Of course. Something with those Muslims and terrorism.
Whoa. X
It's a joke. I
X.
don't mean that.
Anyway,
Islam
so
is a very peaceful religion.
yes, yes, it is.
There's good and bad people in every part of the world.
Okay, so anyway, so what I won't do is if our flight gets canceled mid-flight is leave you in the airport while I go to a hotel.
That's nice. That's
This
real
person
nice.
said, "Am I in the wrong for staying in a hotel when my friend was trapped overnight inside of an airport?" Bro, I'd be like, I'm just going home
See,
at that point.
I don't feel like that kind of interaction would happen though.
Well, apparently they're in a conundrum because my best friend and I, 20 female, so they're both 20 females, went on a trip to the UK, and I actually have a UK passport since my dad is British, but my friend had to get a UK visa, so they're probably from the US. But we were supposed to take two flights. That one would arrive in France, ugh, and we'd have a connected flight that would end up flying us to the UK. However, the second flight ended up being canceled. The next flight wasn't available until 2 p.m. the next day, so we'd have to wait around 17 hours. Bro, imagine 17 hours in Charles, that fucking airport we were at.
No. Honestly, 17 hours is not that bad. I don't feel
That
like.
airport, that
But
airport was terrible.
at a shitty airport would be horrible. We waited was it 12 or 13 hours in goddamn, was it Fort Worth? Dallas Fort
Yeah.
Worth. We it just so happened that the line we were in for American Airlines to get another flight,
Hmm.
uh right when we got to it, the clock struck midnight and they closed the terminal.
Hell
So we were
yeah.
stuck outside the terminal for like 8 hours.
Yeah, that's terrible. But so the passengers, so we had to wait around for 17 hours. The passengers were allowed to stay in nearby hotels for free. However, it didn't apply to people like my friend who wasn't legally allowed to leave the airport because she didn't have a visa for Europe. They must not be from the U.S. Well,
Yeah,
she must not be
they must not be.
because instead she had to stay within a specific area of the airport that had these bright ceiling lights that would stay on 24/7. Oh, Jesus.
That's horrible.
There's
Fucking
construction
probably
nearby.
freezing cold inside of the
There's con-
airport.
and there was construction, so there's drilling noises so often, and the available seats were taken by other passengers, so my friend had to sleep on the floor.
Oh man. That's what
Plus,
happens, dude.
early, plus earlier that day, water got spilled on her phone chargers, and her phones were only at 40%. I had the option to stay with her, but I chose to go to the hotel instead.
Oh my god.
Bro,
Yeah, fuck that. Why wasn't she just like, "Hey, let's go get a hotel?"
no, she can't. Her friend couldn't leave.
Oh fuck.
I would still like if I was in this situation, I'd be like, you know what? I'll suffer with you, man.
I mean, you might as well because then I feel like there's just going to be bad blood.
Especially on the rest of the trip,
Yeah. Like, why'd you leave me?
because she said she was scared of being alone in a creepy, unknown place and wanted to be there to comfort her. I assured her I'd be back in the morning, and she said I was acting selfish.
Bro, that is absolutely selfish.
That's selfish as fuck. I'd be mad. Like, imagine you're in a random country, you don't know anybody except your friend, and they're like, all right, well, I'll see you in about 20 hours.
I'd be
Bye.
pissed. Pissed.
Yeah, dump that friend.
Yeah, no, for real. I've been like, I don't know. I'd be really upset with somebody if they did that to me. Sometimes I like my personal space though. I'm like, all right, yeah, get the fuck away from me, please.
I guess traveling for that long though, but no, seriously, terrible.
Yeah. The only time I'd be okay with it if it was like you. I'd be like, yeah, get out of here, please.
Yeah,
Please.
right.
Find a nice
Please.
nice little nook and cranny in the airport and just cuddle up.
Play the French PlayStation 5.
Oh god. Can't understand what's going on. What were we playing? Forza?
Yeah, we're playing Forza. I didn't understand what the fuck I was doing, and then all the
Yeah.
instructions were in French.
Oh yeah, yeah. Dude,
So,
I remember arriving to that airport and I was exhausted, dude.
where we all were.
That was bad. My stomach was all messed up, exhausted. The food there sucked. Their terminal sucked.
Yeah,
Smelled like piss.
it's just France.
Well, yeah. I did see the Eiffel Tower though. That was cool. I got a picture of it from the plane.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't know. We'll be going through it again.
Oh,
Going
I
back.
know. I
We'll be
know.
going through Amsterdam going there though. That's cool.
We could go get mushrooms.
I'm good.
You don't. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're not much of a tripper.
Bro, you'll see me
Neither am I.
fucking
I've never
freaking
tripped.
out. Well,
The fucking plane's leaving.
that motherfucker is not real.
That motherfucker is not real. Dude, so you know that one conspiracy about how that guy was actually like an informant?
That lady?
No, not the lady, but the guy that she was pointing at was like some CIA informant or something.
I didn't even know she was pointing at somebody.
I didn't know. Yeah, there's an actual guy. He was like had like a hood up and stuff. I don't know if he ever identified himself.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I have to
I
look more
thought she
into
was just
that.
I thought she was just pointing.
Yeah. But
Huh.
So that was a terrible friend at an airport. So let me give you a good friend at an airport, according to a real story from ChatGPT. So take it or leave it. This is just the flow of the video, whether you support it or not. If it was from DeepSeek, would you believe it?
No.
No? Okay. We can look up, we can do some fact checking.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. The friend who pulled off a last second airport rescue. In 2018, a woman named Rachel was flying to her sister's wedding across the country. She got to the airport only to realize she had left her passport at home, and the airline refused to let her board without it. The problem? Her house was over an hour away, and her flight was leaving in 45 minutes. In panic, she called her best friend Tom, who dropped everything and drove like a
Thanks, Tom.
madman to her house. This is dumb.
Just imagine, like, I gotta drop my friend's passport off.
I gotta go.
Go, 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 go,
He
go.
grabbed the passport and, knowing traffic would slow him down, borrowed a motorcycle from a friend to weave through traffic.
Is this fucking Mission Impossible?
He made it to the airport in record time, literally tossing her the passport as she ran towards security. She barely made her flight, all thanks to Tom's clutch performance.
Whack.
Bro, I feel like Tom just wanted to fuck. Tom wanted to fuck. He got the W. That lady
And she said,
couldn't. She's like, bye. Thanks, Tom.
I'm gonna go see my boyfriend now.
Yeah. My boyfriend's already there. Damn, bro.
Okay.
That's pretty clutch, though. Would you do something like that for somebody?
Pull off a Mission Impossible ask
Fucking
no.
No, why not? Fucking MP.
Know what I do?
Some Tom Cruising down the road.
If I'm gonna be traveling, my shit's packed about a week beforehand.
That's fucking. I'll probably do
Insane.
it 3 or 4 days.
Nope.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
I have a list of all the shit I need.
That's probably, honestly, that's the way to do it.
Fucking tell Erica that, because yeah, what I do is I have a list of everything I'm gonna pack, in what bag. So like my clothes, my whatever, I have it separated. I'm never fucking organized unless I'm about to travel.
Yeah. Well, that's your pride and joy.
Bro, I'm in my zone.
I'm in my zone. I'm in my zone. Yeah, because like, let's say you're going to Pakistan or something, or Bengali, and then you get there and you realize you don't have deodorant, so you go to a store and there's a language barrier. I mean, I know a lot of people can speak a little bit of English, right? But say you're in a place where there's a really bad language barrier, and then you're like, "Excuse me, sir, do you have any deodorant?" And then he takes you out and shows you a goat.
Yeah, right. Like he's just like, all right,
He's like,
here's a goat.
You said goat, and you're like, no, deodorant, goat, very
And
cheap.
he says,
very cheap.
اذهب إلى الجحيم يكن.
Yes. What does that mean? Fuck you, dude. You're a dickhead. That's not funny.
all right, well, love it or hate it, your friends are always gonna have either a boyfriend, girlfriend, or maybe both. We never know. I've had it where I don't like my friend's significant other. I'm sure you have too.
Yeah. My buddy Erica, her fucking husband's a dickhead.
Yeah, I know. We had it in high school. I was at high school. I think I've told you this, where this guy was with this chick and everyone hated her. And they would just, whenever they see her in public, they'd be like, Jane, you're ugly.
Yeah, we spoke about that on the podcast. That was like that was an early episode.
Yeah.
That was in Worm Studios.
Worm Studios. This one is, am I asking for telling my friend that we all hate her boyfriend? You gotta be blunt.
You gotta be blunt.
Unless the reason's bad. I don't know.
Honesty is the best policy.
I, 31 female, have a close friend, 28 female. We'll call it Tina. She's been dating her boyfriend, 33 male, who we'll call Matt, for 2 years. Matt's generally just an asshole, flaky, inconsiderate. For example, we not even give Tina a present on her birthday because she has enough shit. There we go.
Bro, I feel like that's solid. Like, Tina, you got enough shit. What else do you need?
Damn, Jackie. Ooh, but last week Tina announced at dinner that they are engaged.
Oh,
I
shit.
was horrified and talked about it to our friends about the next day. We all hate Matt but love Tina and didn't want to hurt her, so they told me not to say anything. It's one of those just let your friends suffer in silence. I don't know
Yeah,
about that.
you kind of have to. Sometimes I feel like when you constantly give people advice or you constantly say, like, things you notice about their relationship, you're like, hey, like, I don't think this is really good. I think he's kind of an asshole. You've given
Yeah,
enough of yourself into it where it's like, okay, this is yours to deal with now. If this is what you want to deal with, you deal with it.
I've tried.
Right.
So I couldn't do it. A couple days ago, Tina and I had a planned lunch. My ability to stay quiet grew thinner and thinner until she started talking about the wedding. And I couldn't take it anymore.
Uh-oh.
This is where I might be the asshole. I broke. I told her that marrying Matt was a mistake. He didn't care about her and he doesn't deserve her. She blew up at me telling me I barely knew him. Oh, one of those.
Damn.
You don't know him?
You don't know him like I do. He loves me, but he hits me, but he loves me. He hits
He
me
is the
because he
love
cares.
of her life,
Well,
and
good.
I'm the love of his, and that now I'm a terrible friend. She said I'm just jealous of her.
Oh, God. Don't hit her with those.
She called our friend group and told them what I said. I woke up yesterday to a whole bunch of texts from they say I should not have gotten involved.
Damn.
Start. This is starting to get to me. So, am I in the wrong? No, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
so. No, not at all. You got to be honest. It's a very slippery slope with people and their relationships because sometimes you don't want to barge in and be like, "Hey, I think this person's good for nothing," and they literally hate you and hate your guts, but they're with you for a certain reason.
Yeah,
So,
like good luck.
right, love is blinding. Love is very blinding.
Love is blind. Great show.
Yeah, horrible. Stop with that brain rot. Oh, you look like a piggy when you do that. Do that again. Now say oink.
Oink,
Say it again.
oink, oink,
Oh God, you sound like one too. I didn't pick it up the first time,
oink,
bro.
oink, oink.
That's disgusting. I like that face. Um, but yeah, I think we've all had those moments of despair when our friend or somebody that we care about deeply is with somebody that we don't perceive as a very good person.
Yeah.
I mean, I could say a couple names, but this is a public platform and I don't want people to get offended or upset.
Well, I had a buddy. He was with this chick that was a lot older than him. At least she looked like it. I don't really know how old she was, but she looked rough. Yeah, she somehow got my fucking phone number and was calling me like at 2, 3 in the morning every day.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who it was. So
It's
I one
so
day,
weird.
yeah, so I had Erica look the number up and it was her. And I called her back. I'm like, why the fuck you calling me? She's like, I'm not calling you. I'm like, the fuck do you mean you're not calling me? And then we looked her up, and she was like wanted by Florida marshals for meth.
Yeah, it's fucking
So we're
nuts.
like, so I was like, bro, she's not good for you. And he's like, but I love her. I'm like, bro, she ain't good for you.
Man, yeah, it takes people down a bad slope. Like, look at look at the one couple where homeboy got out of the halfway house, got his own place, and then the ex-girl that he beat on before got back in there, and a couple weeks later, fucking methamphetamine became the bestest thing.
He geeking on the tweaking.
Geeking on the tweaking. Jackie, no.
Damn it, Jackie.
But yeah, it's a rough slope, dude. I mean, she may not seem like a good friend to
You
the
right
lady
now.
now because she spoke her mind. But in
I
all
bet
reality,
you,
I think she's a good friend for telling her how she feels.
and I bet you what would happen too is like everyone's gonna kind of probably shut her out. But as soon as that friend, maybe she won't, but if she does wake up to it,
Like, you
and
guys
she'll
are
be
right.
that friend will be the first one to be like, "Bitch, I told you so,"
Yep.
but be okay with it.
Your camera shifted.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. I like it like that. Oh,
Oh,
I don't care how you have it. You look good from any angle, especially from behind. Never mind.
please.
Yeah. Yep. Most
I don't like
definitely.
it.
I've had that experience with a buddy. After the fact, he came around. He's like, "You guys were right." He's like, "I wish you guys would have told me sooner." We're like, "Well, listen, buddy. Some things are complicated. You know, we've put little hints down, and I always told myself that whoever you were with, I'd be happy for you." But nobody was happy about it. Everyone hated this
Nobody.
lady. Hated this lady. Fucking hated her.
Well,
But she's gone now.
with a baby.
She don't have a baby.
You don't know that.
Looks like she does. Anyways, I think that lady was a good friend. But
Yeah, I'd say so.
this person also takes the good friend award. So, the friend who faked a heart attack to save his buddy from getting fired.
Oh, that reminds me of a guy pick. It was a video. It was a bigger guy. He was trying to go to the gym, but he was embarrassed. So he had his buddy come to the gym with him, dressing in some fucking ridiculous
Oh
outfits.
yeah, I've seen that.
So people look at him and like not pay attention to
Not
his
paying
friend.
attention to the buddy.
And he's like, "All right." So he came up in some crazy outfits, and it's like, "You know what? Good on you, yeah. Good on you."
You know, my look at people, like people who are dealing with weight issues and health problems that come into the gym. I mean, you can tell people are really insecure, but my attitude has always been like, you know, if I'm in there, like when I was in there every day for a couple of years, I'd see people in there and I'm like, you know what? If you're self conscious about this, the first W you took was walking into this place.
Hell yeah! I
You're
mean, everyone's there to improve
you're
themselves.
actively trying to make a difference.
Exactly.
You got off the couch, chubby. You finally got up and did something. Good for you. A guy
Oh,
named Daniel was working a miserable job under a terrible boss who was constantly looking for a reason to fire him. One day, Daniel got called into the office where his boss was about to terminate him for something he didn't even do. If he lost the job, he wouldn't be able to pay rent. So this guy's
oh,
at fucking wit's end of life. Shitty job, no rent. This is where you fucking,
ah.
yeah. This is where you okay, Jesus. God, no. Oh, I got fired from fucking McDonald's. I'm gonna fucking do it. Do it, pussy.
Fuck.
At the last possible second, his best friend and coworker Steve stumbled into the office clutching his chest and dramatically collapsed on the floor. The boss panicked and called in ambulance, completely forgetting about firing Daniel in the chaos. By the time things settled down, Steve was miraculously fine, and Daniel had enough time to secure another job before the boss had a chance to fire him again. That's clutch.
Okay, my question is, so if your boss is getting ready to fire you, there's already a paper trail. So they'd be like, "Is your buddy good? All right, well, get the fuck out of here."
It's like continue on business. Unless it was pure impulsivity of like, I'm gonna fucking fire this guy today. I'll fucking
Maybe
fire him today, and then something else comes up, completely forgot about it. Lottie dottie.
because I know at my last job there was this guy like on my last day he had a fucking seizure
Oh shit.
and
Like an epileptic
they
seizure or like a.
yeah he was on the ground fucking
Oh shit.
freaking.
He was doing the whole
And
shaking thing and everything.
then I was like, all right, well, there's not I can't do anything. But so then the boss came up to me and was like, all right, well, so this is your final stop. I'm like, bro, this guy just had a fucking seizure. He's like, he's fine.
Oh my god. People don't give a
I'm
fuck.
like, all right.
Okay, well, have a good
Don't
one.
worry about me. I mean, I'm not fucking coming back. He's supposed to be coming back.
Right, yeah. You want him to like he could have gone forever.
clocked out permanently.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, if this guy had a plan to find another job and his buddy did that, they're like, hey, I think my boss is going to fire me, man. And the buddy's just like, all right, thought of something. And he saw him go into his office.
It's like, all right, now's my time to shine.
He's like, all right. He's like, oh,
Fuck.
that's pretty legit, though. That's some G shit. Certified G. He's really locked down for the homies. You heard?
Yeah, I do stuff for the homies.
No.
Except write a book about him.
Write a book about him.
Yeah, this person's saying, am I in the wrong for wanting to sue my friend after she wrote a book about me?
Oh, shit. Damn. I wonder how that works. Because you could get somebody for defamation if it's deemed defamation.
Yeah. My thing is, honestly, if I was able to be in someone's head so much
Yeah.
that they want, I'd feel flattered.
Yeah, you're literally piercing their brain with ideas. They're very conscious of you. And it's like, I'm fucking very noticed.
And they have to think about me enough to write an entire book.
Bro, that's an impact. If you impact somebody that much to write a book, damn.
Honestly, I feel pretty happy about that. But this person is not. 29 female, have a friend called Maya. We've been friends for about 9 years after meeting at university. Maya went through a lot of mental health issues in her early to mid-20s, which impacted her career prospects. But a couple years ago, she found an outlet in writing, and now writes and publishes her stories online. Oh, fuck. They are of a spicy romance variety.
Oh, whoa, it's like that? It's
One of
like
those
that?
books.
It's like that? That's like that one that we read about, you remember that
Where
story?
the coworker
The
is
coworker
writing.
was writing fucking, yeah, romantic
Hell yeah.
stories.
I've never read any of them because they're not my thing, but I know she has a lot of regular readers. Bro, they eat that shit up online.
Oh my God, it's fucking crazy. It's
Actually,
like, that's like,
side note, an Australian author just got arrested because she was writing a spicy grooming story.
oh, yikes.
Yeah, it got taken down she was selling it self-published and it got fucking taken down and now I think she got arrested because she had a fucking
Wow.
kid.
Wow. She had, like, her own kid she had?
Yeah,
Like, she
and
was
they're like,
grooming. Oh,
eh,
wow.
I don't know, but yeah, it fucking got taken down because
Damn.
Erica showed me like screenshots before it got taken down with stuff and it was bad.
That's how they stopped it. That's how they got to stop the weedo pedos. They got to stop it up here before it happens down here.
Yep. Recently, Maya has shared that she's been contacted by a small publishing company which publishes ebooks who are also interested in publishing one of the stories she had been sharing online. That's actually a pretty big step.
Yeah, it is. It's
Because
impressive.
a lot of these times, now most of the time it's like self-publishing. But I was ecstatic for her as it is a move toward making her writing a profession, which is what she always wanted. About 3 weeks ago, a mutual friend of ours named Amy contacted me and asked if I had read any of her stories. Hold on. Damn COVID.
Weak
And
genes.
she's read it and saw that it had some eerily similarities to my life.
Ruh-roh.
I looked it up in a big chunk of it. It was more than just similarities. It was basically a melodramatic reimagining of my life.
Whoa.
Specifically about my relationship with my fiance and my complicated relationship with my father.
Whoa, God. Damn.
Oh, I don't know how relevant this is, but she also altered their characters in certain situations to make the plot pretty toxic.
Whoa.
I was devastated and disgusted to say the least. I met up with Maya and asked how she could do this to me. Her explanation was that she was so inspired by my life and the things I told her that the ideas just came to her.
Bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like you're up here.
Yeah, man. This is like, I feel like there's some, I've seen, I don't know where I get this idea from, but I feel like there's some kind of stereotypes sometimes of people who are authors or illustrators or writers where they have like this weird sense of self and they like I don't know, they see people's lives as a story.
Oh, absolutely. Well, like we all do it. Like
Right.
if there's some gossip going around, like you want to be into it.
Right.
Like you're like fucking tell me more, tell me more.
Yeah, but bringing it, I mean, I guess as a creative myself, right? As a creative
As a
myself,
as a creative,
I feel like I do sometimes. You good, bro?
I've been muting myself.
Good. But I feel like there's a part in all of us where we like romanticize and fantasize and create stories of people's lives and a narrative that fits how we think of certain people. And
Oh,
then we bring it
absolutely.
out. We bring it out and then we write snuff stories about our buddies.
Snuff?
Wait, what? Anyways,
We
continue.
don't write.
Continue, brother.
Anyway, I kept saying that they weren't her ideas. They were sensationalized details of my real life, and she didn't have a single original thought in the entire story.
That's what I was thinking of.
Sensationalized.
Sensationalizing people's lives.
Yeah. Maya apologized profusely for hurting me and that she was embarrassed about how much she had taken from life, but she really loved writing the book. I told her I wasn't comfortable having my private life aired like that. Maya said nothing in the book was identifiable as me, so it wasn't like she was doing anything illegal. And I said, "Well, we'll see about that." I've contacted lawyers and they said suing her would be largely pointless in terms of stopping the book being published, but starting legal proceedings might scare a small publishing company enough to drop her as an author.
Oh
That's kind
shit.
of shitty.
Yeah, what a weird thing because you can't stop people from having ideas, I suppose.
Yeah. So she said she didn't update. I will not be proceeding with the lawsuit. Some people suggested reaching out to the publisher privately, and I'm going to look into that. Either way, I'm not going to drag it out in a court process. Honestly, she should just say, hey, please do another book,
What?
not me.
Yeah, but this is like her break though.
I guess. I don't. That's not a good friend.
Well, how would you feel? How would you Okay, so I'm going to start writing books, right? I'm going to write a book about a story that you've told me and I took that story from you and I sensationalized it. And then all of a sudden it just blew up and it was like a New York Times bestseller. How would you feel?
I would ask for a cut.
I'd give you a cut.
I mean, that's it is what it is. I mean, I'm a very open person about stuff.
Okay, so today Scott told me so a long time ago, coworker. Long time ago we went to his wedding reception. They had it a year later in advance after COVID
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
cuz they had like a
yeah.
super small personal one.
Yeah, I got invited to that. I don't know why I didn't go, but I didn't go.
Who was it? Was it me? I think it was me, Nate and Jake. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
We went and then there was a lady there that was singing live music. Apparently she just blew up.
Who was it?
I don't know her name, but apparently she had a TikTok that just blew up of a song that she wrote. Like, that was like 1.3 million likes. That's likes. Oh, that's all
I
I
know
know.
because there's. I'll have to ask him because I know there's a artist from Cedar Rapids, like something Von Presley.
Is it a woman?
Yeah,
I'm guessing that's who it is.
I don't know. She was playing at the Market After Dark a couple years ago.
I wonder if that's who it was, because that's crazy. Small town hero.
No, small town Cedar Rapids hero.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I would just try and come up, maybe even like help her edit it so you could be like, all right, can we take this out and replace it with something else? Just
Yeah.
work with her a little bit.
Right.
Because if that little story can be her break, help her out.
I think it's just a karma thing, just to be like, you know what? I didn't feel very comfortable with this, but you're somebody I know. You and me are friends.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if anything, you used my stories can I please contribute and maybe get a cut of revenue that comes from this book? Respectfully. And if she says no, there ain't nothing that she can do about it. You know what I mean?
Move on.
So it's kind of just
Trash
like
it. Trash it on Storygraph.
it's a win-lose situation if they don't communicate, or it could be
Yeah.
a win-win situation. Because I mean,
Or write your own book about her issues.
right. Write your own book about, or write your own,
Retaliation.
dude. Make the book meta. Write the book about how this lady wrote a book about your life and got famous.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be a good book.
I think that'd be a good book. Yeah, no, if someone, I have a thing where if someone wanted to make a video, book, fuck, even a song about me, or even a TikTok, I was up here long enough to have you write something down
Right.
and create something.
I was very
And
important to you
I'm stuck in your head.
forever, and I'm stuck being part of your career forever.
Yep,
Don't ever forget about me, bitch.
exactly.
Or I want recognition in one of your title pages. Put my name in there.
Ooh, even have you as the cover.
Yes.
Like, yeah, that.
Yeah. So, all in all, that kind of sucks. But this person literally took a bullet for their friend.
I
Now,
would do
my
that.
question to you, would you take a bullet for me?
Yeah,
I'd take a bullet for you.
take a bullet for anybody.
I'm going to take a bullet for myself.
No, not everybody.
Why? Yeah, definitely not everybody.
A lot of people.
The breast, the best
Best
friend,
part.
the breast part. The best friend who took a bullet. In 2021, two best friends, Marcus and Jalen, were walking home from a party when they suddenly caught in the crossfire of a drive-by shooting. I wonder where this
Where the
happened.
fuck are they?
Chicago?
Gary, Indiana.
Fucking Gary. As gunshots rang out, Jalen realized Marcus was frozen in fear and wasn't moving. In that split second, Jalen made the ultimate decision. He tackled Marcus to the ground, covering him as bullets flew past.
That's
Jalen
a homeboy.
got hit in the shoulder but shielded Marcus completely, keeping him safe until the shooters sped off. Marcus later found out the bullet was inches from hitting his heart. Jalen's instinct to protect him had literally saved his life. When asked why he did it, Jalen just shrugged and said, "That's what friends do."
It's a good friend.
That's amazing.
Have you
That's brotherhood.
seen that one story? As corny as it is, it's a Jordan Lucas song, but it's based off a real event
Yeah.
where this guy was friends with them, and then to be in the gang, he had to shoot his own friend.
Oh no.
But the guy fucking survived.
Oh shit. That
Like, it
gang
was like,
initiation process?
yeah, like they were friends for years.
Wow.
And then the buddy was trying to join a gang, like, well, you gotta kill someone you love. And he's like, all right. So he fucking rolled up on his friend with a pump shotgun, I think. or
Oh my
sawed-off shotgun.
god.
And he fucking survived it point blank.
Bro, he's come back with a vengeance. Or he's
Bro, imagine, like, you go to kill your friend and they fucking survive. You're like, I'm fucked.
absolutely. Okay, so you know how I said I was like, "Oh, that happened in Chicago?" Guess where it happened?
Chicago?
Shy City, baby. The Windy City. That's crazy.
Shy City?
Shy City, stand up. Bum ba 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 ba. Shy City.
Now,
I'm coming
now I
home
will-
again.
what?
Do you think about me now and then? Do you think about me now and then? Oh, because I'm coming home again. I'm in home. Okay, go ahead.
Are you done?
Quick music break. Sorry, I had to do it to break the episode up.
So I love watching those fucking brain rot videos where the guy's running on the train. And it's just stories They're probably
Oh,
AI-generated stories,
yeah,
but it's mainly like cheating stories.
of course.
I don't know why. I'd like to listen to those. But big topic is always the friend sleeping with your girlfriend. Always. So this one is, am I in the wrong for telling my best friend if she wasn't always trying to get with my husband, her boyfriend wouldn't have left her?
Whoa, holy shit. Damn, there's some tea in that.
I couldn't imagine just sitting back and just watching your friend flirt with your husband.
Bro, that's rough. You need to talk to both parties. Be like, hey guys, listen, I'm about to fucking stick a knife in one of you.
Yeah. So I, 27 female, been with my best friend Kira, 27 female, since we were little. So it's even worse.
Damn.
We were neighbors, went to the same school, college, etc. She was my maid of honor when I married Rowan, who we
Rowan.
went to college with. At first,
College.
yeah. At first, Kira had a crush on him, but he started liking me first. There it is.
Yep.
We slowly got closer and closer. I started to like him too. This was after she had told me she had gotten over it and was dating another guy. They never got it. They never get over it.
Mm-mm.
But I still felt really guilty and didn't want to date him if it would hurt her. I asked her multiple times if she was okay with it, and she was, so I thought it was fine. Kira has been with her latest boyfriend, Adam, for over a year now. However, the last few months, she has been acting strange around Rowan. Whenever we'd be hanging out, the three of us, or even with Adam there, she'd always find a way to sit next to Rowan, laugh at everything he said, etc. I didn't think of it initially because I know that's just her personality, and her and Rowan are friends. I mean, if I find someone funny, I don't fucking try to hide it. I'll laugh at them no matter what.
For sure.
Uh, but then she started always asking me if Rowan was there before she came over, and if I said no, she'd suddenly say she couldn't come. Though sometimes she would say that even if he was here, so I didn't really pick up on it. Rowan also told me about a comment she made to him about how he was so patient for putting up with me being too tired to do anything with him. Ugh.
It was weird.
I'm pregnant, so I think that's kind of weird.
A little bit.
The odd behavior continued, though, but the odd behavior continued, but to be honest, the pregnancy had been keeping me too exhausted to give it more thought, and Rowan seemed as friendly with Kira as always. But 2 days ago, our mutual friend Shay threw a dinner party. Me and Rowan went as Kira and Adam. Kira got a little tipsy, and she kept trying to sit with Rowan and touch him. Ooh.
Oh God. Yucky.
She's a sloppy drunk.
Yes.
He excused himself a few times, but she kept fighting him. I tried to get her off a few times. Ooh. And I was getting mad because this was a new line she was crossing. She was slurring about how I stole Rowan away from her.
Oh, damn. So the special interest was right.
Yep. Thankfully, Adam was too busy talking to Shay's husband to hear this, but he definitely saw Kira's actions. The next afternoon, I was at Shay's again with some friends when Kira showed up. She was crying about how Adam had broken up with her that day, saying he didn't think they were going to work out. Everyone was consoling her, but I was just kind of sitting there. I mean, I'd be like, bro, she was trying to fuck my husband.
Yeah, it was like, it's constant flirtation, and you literally told me that I stole my husband away from you.
It's worse. She asked me, aren't you going to say something? So I said, maybe Adam wouldn't have left you if you weren't trying to get with Rowan all the time.
Facts. Big facts. She's spitting facts.
Bro.
Big fat facts.
Some of our other friends were shocked to hear this and got mad at Kira. Some got angry with me, saying Kira was just really friendly with everyone and that it was a horrible accusation to make. Kira was upset, saying she couldn't believe I thought that of her. Maybe we really weren't that close. She left in tears and I left soon afterwards. Now, I don't know, maybe I'm in the wrong. I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, fuck that. I mean, like, the signs are there. She literally said it herself, right?
Bro.
If you see a red dog, you know what the red dog is. It's fucking Clifford. Right?
Drunk Drunk sayings or sober thoughts, buddy.
I don't think that's always true, but I think a lot of times it is. I did have an incident once. So remember how I told you about how I got the cops called on me because I made a threat towards my dogs, which would absolutely never happen because I love my dogs. I said it as a shock effect to shock people and try to get attention.
Like a
Horrible,
Tom
I know.
McDonald statement.
McDonald's statement. But I
Tom
remember
McDonald.
Tom McDonald's statement, sure, whatever. But I remember I went up to the bar, and so we used to be part of a couple friends. Like we had a couple friends, right? Well, so anytime we were around, my fiance like really never. We were around them. I mean, she'd really never talk to me or pay attention to me. She just acted weird around me around them, and they never really like held the space for me to talk to them. So I was always kind of quiet when I was around them. It was really weird, right? And one night I crashed out at the bar. Absolutely crashed out. Went up there. Um, went up to my girl, and I was like, "Why do you keep talking to these fucking dudes who wanna fuck you?" I'm like, "Fucking cut it out." I'm like, "Can't you see he's trying to fuck you? Like, are you not paying attention to this?" Which some girls like that energy, but it just wasn't a good scenario. But it was one of somebody who I considered a close friend because every time they were around each other, they'd always laugh and talk, and I mean, like, they'd focus on each other more than I'd get focus on me, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, something's kind of weird here. So I called him out. And then he got in my face. His girlfriend was there. She got in my face, said I'm a piece of shit, started freaking out. And funny thing is they never spoke to me again after that. So I 100% know that I was right because I'm not a fucking idiot. But sometimes the attention that people give each other are not something that's below the surface. It's being fucking shown right there. All right, I'm done.
Yeah. Rough.
Bad friend.
Bad. And yeah,
She needs to take the L.
Yeah, Kira. And then try to fuck your man. Bro. Maybe they could be sister wives.
They could be sister wives. They could go Mormon.
They could.
Do you want to go Mormon?
No.
Except I want to be gay Mormon. I want to have husband or brother husbands.
Couldn't drink coffee anymore.
Never mind, we're done. Getting that thought out of my head.
Can't have hot caffeine.
Bro, I need caffeine. I have
Also,
to have
you
it.
just have to soak. Because you're not married, bozo.
Will you be the guy to push the bed for me?
Oh, fuck yeah.
My man. Oh.
Faster.
Come on. You're like, I'm tired. And I'm like, go faster. I'm almost there. It's almost
My arm's
over.
getting tired.
My arm, my shoulders. You go to work the next day and you're like, God, I'm so sore. And they're like, what happened? They're like, well,
My man.
my man. Okay, so once that kid comes out of Kira, right? Or
Yep.
wait. Yeah, Kira.
No.
The other
No.
one.
Yeah.
The
Both
narrator of the last story. Once a kid comes out, I don't think that Kira's going to come around and be like,
Oh, hell no.
be like this friend.
No.
The friend who stopped a kidnapping. In 2019,
What?
a woman named Emily was walking home when a man suddenly grabbed. Sorry. A man suddenly grabbed her and tried to force her into his car. She fought back, but he was overpowering her until her best friend, Megan, came flying out of nowhere. Megan had just gotten off work when she saw what was happening. Instead of freezing up, she charged at the guy full speed.
Hell yeah.
Tackled him to the ground and started punching him. The attacker wasn't expecting that kind of resistance, and he immediately ran back into his car and sped off. Megan's quick thinking and fearless reaction saved Emily from what could have been horrifying fate. This happened in Austin, Texas in 2019.
Fucking Texas. Yeah, that's a good friend.
That's a great friend. W chat for the friend.
Now, this person would not be good. So, would you think they asked for anything afterwards, or said like, "It's a privilege that I saved you"?
I don't know, but what I do know is I'd joke. I'd be like, "So what do I get now? You know, I saved your life, right?" But I'd feel good knowing that I was there to do a deed like
Say,
that, that I was
yeah.
capable of doing that deed.
So this person said, "My asshole for calling my friend privileged after she helped me.
Depends on the help.
Using a throwaway because I don't want this on my normal account. My friend, 35 female, and I, 35 female, are high school friends and we live in the same city together.
Is there
She's
a
a
lot of like
sophomore.
long-term friendships?
I know. As Hobson said, some friends aren't supposed to be lifelong friends,
Facts. That's why you and me are done after today.
stepping stones.
Yes. Yes.
She's a software engineer and I'm a nursing attendant. The benefits she gets are insane. Work flexibility, unlimited PTO, work from home, etc. That's only the stuff I know about. There could be others, but not to mention, though, I don't really know her salary, but it's a lot higher than mine. Probably because she's in tech and you're a nurse.
You're a hoe nurse.
Yes. Even compared to nurses, which also require a bachelor degree, her benefits are much better. I often feel jealous and get mad at myself for not pursuing education and getting a cushy job that doesn't involve bodily fluids. Yeah, I couldn't be a nurse.
I couldn't. That's gross.
I could, yeah, I could imagine having to wipe someone's ass for a
Yeah.
paycheck.
Changing diaper wipies.
Ugh. I know I'm not good with computers, so what she does isn't an option, but my job involves shift work, verbal abuse, and occasional more and constant drama from everyone. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
if you work in person, there's gonna be drama,
Oh, always, all the time.
no matter what. My daycare ends at 6 sharp, and I was basically commanded into staying at 7 due to staffing shortages. That's another thing. There's always fucking shortages in that field.
Right. So you got to stand up, take a roll.
Yeah, I didn't want to, and when I called the daycare, they said to pay an extra 75 for a member for staff to stay another hour and a half.
Damn.
My husband works nights, and I went to work at 4, and my in-laws weren't answering, so was panicked. I make less than 40 for that extra hour of work, so it really wasn't worth it. I remember my friend isn't that far from daycare, so I asked if she could pick up my son. She said sure and picked him up to her house until I could get there. It's a good friend.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, sure. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it
anyone.
just like, especially if you trust your friend with your kid, like, you already know that that's a good friend.
Yeah, like, sure, let's go. I picked him up and she already had dinner ready and asked me to join them, and I felt weird refusing, so I stayed. That's even better. She had dinner for you.
Right. It's already a good friend.
W friend.
W.
Afterwards, we sat on the couch a bit and she still was working and brought her laptop to join me. I asked her why she was working so late and she laughed and admitted she got a massage midday, so she wants to make up the work. That'd be a fucking just, but, oh, you know.
Damn, I'll be honest, that does sound privileged.
I was shocked and asked her how her work can allow that. She said they don't care as long as the work is done. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
I told her she was insanely privileged and she got annoyed and told me it was part of her work benefits and her boss goes on a bike ride every day, so it's an expected thing to be able to do when she's working from home. That's the one thing about working from tech. Like, have you seen those videos of people like working for like Twitter before it got crazy?
Yeah, they're like, I wake up at fucking, or life in the day of a Twitter fucking person. It's like,
Yeah, they just
yeah, I
do crazy shit.
wake up at 10 a.m., I eat my breakfast, I go to the gym, come home, shower, I stretch, watch a movie, work for 2 hours, get off, that kind of shit, right?
Yeah. She shrugged and said there was downsides to work too, and I admit I was kind of pissed she couldn't admit her privileges, and she said it was nothing compared to healthcare. And she got mad and told me if I didn't like it, I should leave and not complain about how privileged she is. I left after that. She said she hasn't responded to our weekly morning walk, so I'm wondering if she's still mad. I think she's dismissive and thinks my job is so easy without education or skills. But I know neither of us are privileged in the traditional sense, as neither of us are white or rich. So she probably doesn't feel like she is.
Bro,
No, I'd be mad.
this
Like if
person, you go ahead. Sorry.
I'd be like, you're doing your friend a solid, and then they come over and start harassing you.
Yeah, you just get insulted. And this person sounds really like self-conscious about themselves and their job because it's already like, you know, a lot of time. I'm gonna say from what I've experienced, you're very able to choose your job and what you work towards. Now, sometimes it's going to be harder than others to work towards a certain goal when you're already in a
Yeah,
current job.
but for the
But,
most part, you can. I mean, you can pick your job.
well, yeah, absolutely.
Like no one put a gun to her head and said, "All right, you're working in nursing now."
Yeah, and the fact that you called this lady up and it sounds like they walk every day together, their morning walks,
Mm-hmm.
that you're very close with this person, you trust her to pick up your kid, you get home, the kid's fed, and she offered to fucking feed you. It's like
Yep.
this person genuinely cares about you.
And then
And
you go in and say you're privileged. You don't.
yeah,
You don't know nothing about my life. I don't. You don't know the struggles.
right. And then this person probably feels about themselves is what she thinks that this lady is thinking about her. When they're friends, like, oh, you think I'm uneducated, stupid, all this. It's like, dude, really?
Yeah,
This person's looking out for you.
she needs to get over herself.
Yeah, bad friend. Bad friend and a good friend.
LOPW friend.
W friend.
That's a
You're
good friend. Like I got a buddy that he works from home now, and it's just like pretty cool. He's like, yeah, just kind of watching movies. Like there you go.
play
Trying to be
Elden
like you,
Ring
my
and
boy.
Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly. He's just chilling
It'd
while
be
working
nice.
from home.
Don't get me wrong, it'd be nice. It would be nice.
I'm also a yapper though, so I need to be around people.
Yeah, I know, it's annoying.
Gotta yap at people.
But other than as much as you talk, Caleb, you're a W friend. You're taking me
I
around the
try.
world.
I
You've
try and
been you've been my protege for years now. W friend.
W.
W's in the chats, boys. I got
Can't do
the
it.
I got the flash drive.
Oh, there we go.
You want it? You want it? Come get
Not
it.
CP.
Don't do that. Not on here. We're not doing that. Not at all. But yeah, there's good and bad friends everywhere, man. You just got to watch out and be wary of who you spend your time with.
Yeah, yeah. And you gotta be on your radar too. Like there was a guy I was trying to be friends with. I really wasn't a fan of him, but I'm like, you know what? Everyone else likes him. Maybe I'm just being a dickhead.
Mhm.
And then he showed his true colors. I'm like, I knew it.
We spoke about this
I
guy
knew it.
on the podcast too.
Yeah, you gotta be good radar. You gotta be on your good radar.
Yeah. Yeah, the way my friendship kind of works with people is like I don't really have I don't really spend much time with people who are just friends.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends that I have that I see mostly are friends that I feel genuinely close with.
Mhm.
Like not just people I go out and converse with, like people who we go to each other's houses and shit. Those are my
Yeah.
friends. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But
Instead of just wasting your time on acquaintances.
yeah, it's not even like wasting my time. I'm just not interested, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just not interested. My social life is about as deep as it'll get. But
That's fair.
you never know. The future holds many opportunities.
Maybe.
Well, you never know. Well, Caleb, thanks for coming, joining me on
I've
our
been
podcast
coming.
today. That's disgusting. I've been edging.
I
I
couldn't.
I'll see you tomorrow morning. I hope you get feeling better. Your little COVID outbreak,
Yep, I'm gonna spread it.
or you are the
Don't.
first. What?
Nothing.
Oh,
Oh, maybe I'm patient zero.
of the fucking cat flu. You got the
Cat
fucking
flu.
feline flu.
Alice's. Alice is like,
Just fucking Alice, Eleanor, Bella, and Ron just sneezing. Phew.
Bro, yeah, my cat had a cold and she kept sneezing on me. Well, she had
That's
to
cat.
sleep
Wait,
with
that's
a
cat HIV or herpes, isn't it?
cat herpes, yeah. And it's different than like human herpes.
Facts.
But she would sleep on top of my head at night and she'd wake up and fucking just spray my
Oh,
head.
dude, that's disgusting.
Just imagine waking up like at 2 in the morning and just,
Oh, that's so fucking gross.
yeah, it was fucking
Ugh.
disgusting.
Ugh. Damn. Well, don't sneeze on your wife, buddy. I'll see you later. All right? Are you ready? Are you ready? Do you got any last words?
I don't think so. Maybe be a better friend. Not you, but everyone be a better
I'll try.
friend.
I need to be a better friend. I get too caught up in
No,
my own
you're good.
stuff a lot.
You're a good friend.
I try to be. Hearts. I love you.
How the
Here,
fuck do you do
wait. Can you
that?
go to the other side of the screen and make the heart?
Wait, it's not showing up dual for me.
Oh, it's not.
Hold on, maybe I can do it. No, no,
I
I don't know how to do that.
already don't remember how to do it. Well, anyways, it's all good. All right,
Yeah, that's
buddy.
fine.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Caleb's bye.
No, I'm not.
I'm shutting it the fuck down.